Good. Thanks for reminding. So yeah, so this I have just created a normal sketch. I'll just do it once more. Okay, I'll just do this once more. Take a normal profile or something. Let's draw something like this. Okay. Just uncheck this. Now just try moving this. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Double click on dimensions. Give dimension here. Give dimension here. Give dimension here. Give dimension here. And give dimension between these two. Okay. And still it's not constrained. So just check. Okay. Just select this star endpoint and the start point. Right click. Coincidence. So that's constrained. Now we'll do animate geometry. We have option called animate geometry. This is the third option. Select this. Select this, you'll get a dialog box. So in this dialog box, I will give the least value. I'll give 10 degrees and maximum value I'll give 120 degrees. Okay, number of steps, let it be this. So just play this repeat loop you give, then you play. Okay, reduce the number of frames. Okay, 100, just hit 5. Yeah, like this you can do it. So you can see you can animate this geometry like this. Understood? Nothing is that. Just directly you can do it. Or you can just mirror this thing here. You can mirror this thing and this thing. This way to this. Then you can just animate this. Animate this. Maybe. Now value 90. This will be 5. So you can see you can do all these things. Okay. So like this you can do it. Understood?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You can animate the geometry like this and check the links. If you're doing testing the links, you can test the links like this. Okay, cancel this. So next is what? So this is all done. So yeah, that's it. So you have to do some examples. So have you done the assignments which I have given you? Srivardhan and Prabha.
Yeah,
So you can just forward it.
I've
Yeah.
sent it.
So this we have done, right?
Um,
Wait, slow down. This we have done. This
yes.
okay.
Yes.
This I think we have done. This yeah, this assignment we gave. No, this we have done.
Mm.
This also we have done. So I think almost everything is done. Just tell me if we this thing I had given assignment. Very able to do this?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
but I didn't do the constraints though.
Okay.
I couldn't.
Yes. Just okay. Send it. We'll check. If we'll
Okay.
see the way you have done it also. That's also important. I hope those classes were recorded.
I have sent it.
Good. Perfectly constrained. Yeah. These points, everything you can just remove it. So one more thing I'll show you.
Yeah.
See here in the bottom section there's a traffic light symbol. Can you see this?
Mm-hmm.
Sketch
Mm.
solving status. So if you go in that, if you go to sketch analysis, you can select this also, no problem. So you'll go to this, just select this. So you'll go to this sketch analysis. So this you have to do. So here you can see in diagnostic all these things. See all the points. All the points are like under constraint. Apart from that, everything is
Mm-hmm.
constrained. So it's beautiful constraint, but there are so many points which are under constraint. So you can basically just delete it straight away. So you can get rid of all the points. Okay, like that you can do it. Then here we have geometry. In geometry, see there are so many mistakes actually. So when you see it visually, it's correct, but there are so many mistakes. Here you can see this thing
Okay.
is open. That means see this edge is not closed. So this you should be very careful. So if you want to make a perfect design, so you have to do this. So most of people don't know these tools. So when you're using these tools, your design will be perfect. Okay, so you'll know what mistake you're done. See
Okay.
this? You just have to delete this, and you'll get a proper closed thing.
Close.
Okay, so that you have to do. So make sure you do the corrections. So again, just go here, check what are the mistakes you have done. See that is open. This is open. This is open. This is closed. Yeah, this is closed. Implicit profile. Okay. I think you have done this twice. Over one over the other end. You're done. No. Okay. Control Z. Yeah. Okay. Implicit profile. Raise. Okay. That's okay. Then what else? See isolated points again. Many isolated points. Where is this? With screen. Yeah. Okay. So like this, you can just check wherever see here. You can see this is open. Okay. So you have to make the
Okay.
corrections and you can do it and use this thing. Okay, diagnostic you can say where it is under constraint, where it is constrained, so you can check it properly. When this is done, next is what this drawing 6. So here also, yeah, very good job. So you done perfect. Yeah, so you done well. So again, here you can just check this. If you have made any mistakes, any gaps, so implicit profile, this is not closed. So here you can see that round. So here it is open. Here again it's open. Here again it's open. Here again it's open. The problem with this is when you're doing 3D modeling, you'll get errors and you won't be able to do it at all. Right? You won't be able to
Okay.
pad it. So here circle, you can see it's opened. How can circle be open? Okay, it's this thing you have to delete it. You see, this is just a line.
Yeah.
Delete it. So you can just delete certain things from here itself. Control Z. See that circle is here, right? So I can select it. I can delete it from here itself. So you can save time like that. So here something is open. Here this thing is here. So you have to make those corrections. In diagnostic, you can see if anything is left out. Under constraint. What is under constraint? Points. These are points under constraint. So some things. Okay. So if you want to hide all the dimensions and everything, if you want to hide all dimensions and all those things, you have this hide
Mm.
and hide. So here we can hide all those things. And if you want to hide all reference elements, see this thing is reference line, right? So if you
Mhm.
hide this reference line, here we have this option to hide reference lines. So reference elements and everything can hide like this itself. So you can get a clear visualization of how the model
Mm.
is. Okay, understood? So that
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
so we'll go to Prabha's example. Prabha, where have you done it? Have you sent it?
Yeah, I haven't done
Okay.
so.
So many models. Okay, last. Okay, okay. All together you have sent. So this is this diagnosis. So here you can see all these points, but all the thing is closed. So you'll get a 3D model.
Okay.
Okay, so that's good. Considering you you have to do,
Mhm.
but it's good because it's all closed. So for any 3D model to come, you'll have to create a proper closed sketch. This is fully constrained.
Mhm.
There should be no overlaps. There should be no extra lines popping out.
Mhm.
There should not be any this what do you say gaps anywhere.
Okay.
So we'll do
So
this
for
diagnosis.
this, I did both separately.
Yeah, separately in the sense.
Like, the smaller circle, I did it in one part, and the other one I did it in another part. I just copy pasted them.
That's better. You don't have to copy paste. You can just constrain it. Constrain this entire thing outside. Then the center point of the circle, you can put it to center point of this. Same thing only. You can do it. So here also everything is closed. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll get a 3D model out of this. So like in Srivardhan's case, since there's gaps, you won't get 3D model. So just constrain this. Apart from that, it's perfect. Full Also, constraining should be, see, teach you a shortcut. So now I
Mm-hmm.
was going to teach this. Okay, see, you're going like, how are you constraining this? You're selecting
Um,
this, then selecting this, then going here.
yeah.
Okay, so the shortcut for this is, see, you're doing the dimensioning part, right? You can do everything
Mm-hmm.
in this itself. You don't have to go there. You don't have to hold control. So I want to make this constraint, right? Stay with the listening. Srivardhan.
Yes, I'm
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
this is one shortcut. So this will save a lot of time for you. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
you can just use this. So you select these
Mm-hmm.
two. Okay, if you
Mm-hmm.
select these two, right click. So here you can see whatever constraints can be applied. All those things will be
Mm-hmm.
shown to you.
Concentricity.
Yeah, concentricity, coincidence, or tendency. I need concentricity. I can select it from here. So straight away I
That's
can
how I
select.
do it.
Huh? You're doing
That's how
it.
I do it.
Okay, okay. So I was actually holding this shortcut because the thing is, every time you open this, you can read all these things. So I didn't want to tell you before itself. So see,
Okay.
coincidence, concentricity, tangency, parallelism, perpendicularity, horizon. These are the different types of
Mm-hmm.
constraints you have. So if you're using the shortcut, what happens is you won't see this. So if I
Mm-hmm.
ask you to name few constraints, can you can you just name few constraints? Can you name?
You know,
Yeah.
concentricity, parallelism,
Hmm.
tangency,
Hmm.
circularity,
Yeah.
perpendicularity,
Yeah, see, this is what happens.
and
So that's why I didn't teach you that. So if you're opening this all the time, you'll read it couple of times. When you read it couple of times, you'll remember all those things. You'll be thorough with it. So after that, you can
mm-hmm.
start using the shortcut. So that's why I'm telling you, in the learning stage, you don't have to hurry anything. Okay, take it slowly. So if you're going to learn a car, you don't first put in fifth gear and just go like that, right? First, you take it slow
Mm-hmm.
because it's a learning stage. You should know exactly what, where, and how. So once you know everything, then only then you have to start using the shortcuts. Till then, make sure you're not using any shortcuts. Try to do it in the long way. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
don't
Okay.
use shortcuts in the starting because every time you use shortcut now, you're missing out many things.
Okay.
Understood?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fourth one's over. Huh? Yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Really constraint. Seventh one, I think you opened it. I think it's over, right? All the things you opened. Yeah, third one, I
Yeah.
think. So, 2D modeling's over. Okay, any doubts in 2D modeling? If you guys have any doubts in 2D modeling, you can just go ahead and ask.
Not really.
Okay.
I have a doubt.
Oh.
Yeah, please ask.
Yeah.
Do we have to fully constrain a sketch before creating a 3D model,
Yes, you have to
or
100%.
is it okay if you just close off all the curves?
See, you can see. I'm telling you now. See, you can close this and you can create a 3D model. No, not at all a big problem. But as a designer, you should make sure it is perfectly constrained. The problem being, you see, if you take this file and if you just share it to somebody, what happens is, see, this is just a program. See, this is not like a JPG file. If a JPG file, if you forward, nothing is going to happen. Okay, it's solid. But since it's a file of programs, so many program data is there. So what happens is you're sending a program code. This thing is Java. Okay, so you're sending this Java code to somebody else's phone or somebody else's laptop. So that laptop is going to read this Java code. It doesn't know what line it is, what circle it is, nothing. It has no idea what is happening there. It has only codes. So that system when it reads, sometimes what happens is a few inches this may go down, few inches it may go up. Okay, there are chances
Mhm.
that can happen. Okay, so what happens is if you're sharing any file, so some small minor problems will happen. So to prevent such things, what you have to do is you have to perfectly constrain it beforehand. If it's perfectly
Yeah.
constrained, so the program will know exactly this is 84, this is 90, this is at this distance from this. So when you're sharing it also, when the other computer is reading it, it'll know clearly, key this is at this distance, this is at this distance. So automatically generate the image like we want. If certain dimensions is not given, automatically it'll just create something. Okay. So
Yeah.
what happens is the entire water hard work you have put into it goes in vain. Okay. And even in your
Mm.
system also sometimes it may happen. So it's better and it is mandatory as a designer to make it perfectly constrained. You'll get a
Okay.
3D model. If it's properly closed, you'll get a 3D model. If you're doing just like randomly some design or something, you don't have to constrain it. But if you're working for some
Okay.
company or if you're doing something important, make sure it is perfectly constrained, and there is nothing left out.
Also,
And
like, is it okay if we constrain it in, I mean, usually the way I constrain it now, I feel like it's difficult to change any parameters
uh,
afterwards.
how?
Mm. If I want to change the, no, uh, arc, I mean, the radius of an arc.
No, no. If you're doing it like this, it's much more convenient. So if you change your radius, it'll
Yeah,
change.
so,
This is more convenient way of doing now. So if you change, you can change it like this. Here, what has happened is you have not applied tangency. See, that's why you see
mhm.
you have to constrain it. If you constrain it, that's one more advantage actually. That's not a
Yeah,
disadvantage; it's an advantage. What happens is that's over constrained. See, that's advantage. Why I'm saying is if it's constrained, everything will move together. Okay, everything will move together. If it's not constrained, it won't happen like that. So here something is over constrained. So this is okay. This is okay. This is okay. What is over constrained? Somewhere something more is there. 80. Control Z. Okay, what is more? This is there. This is there. This is there. Control Z. Yes. If you change this,
mhm.
the whole thing is changing. See, if you apply the
Yeah,
constraints only, then the whole thing will change. If it's not constrained, so what happened in the previous time? This opened up, right? So that is the
yeah, it
difference.
opened up.
So yeah, so that's why you have to constrain it. If you're constraining it, everything will change according to what our requirement is. That's it.
Yeah.
So that's why you should make sure it's properly constrained. So well, I think this is the one which you parted. I think. Yeah, so everything will change. So any other doubts? Yeah.
Are there any other simple ways to constrain like fully?
Yeah, there are many simple ways, but I don't want to tell you any of these. Now stick to whatever you have. Try to make it more difficult. I'm trying to make it more difficult. To be frank, whatever you're learning now is very simple manner. When I was learning it, literally to do one example of this, it used to take 2 hours. To be frank, because it was
Okay.
so complicated. We used to suffer like anything when we were learning it. So whatever I'm teaching, the reason why it's simple is because I used to do a lot of freelancing. So doing, I learned many things in which we can do it more simple in a simple manner. Even when I was taking the class like before, what used to happen is my batch people were like, "Sir, it's very easy, sir. Not a big deal. It's so simple." And at the same time, other batch people they used to come and tell me, "Sir, it's very difficult. Please teach me." So that's the difference. So now, if you're thinking that it is easy, cat is easy, it is not easy. Okay, to be frank, it is very difficult. So you'll know it once you start like doing the projects. Okay, it's very complicated. It's like old grandpa. Okay, just imagine like a old grandpa. So he doesn't listen to you much of the time. So you have to convince him, and you have to do all those things. That's how you work with Katia. Other softwares is like our like normal softwares where we can do whatever we feel like, but in Cat we can't do that. There's so many constraints, so it's not at all easy. I'm telling you repeatedly, it's not easy because the way we are doing it, it's making you feel it's very easy, but in reality, it's very difficult. For me also, it's very difficult. Okay, understood?
Yes.
Yeah, if you take any other software, it's a lot more easier compared to this.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
anything else? This is done. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, this is done. So we will be starting with part modeling. Okay,
Okay.
Okay.
so this is done. So part modeling is the same thing which we opened all the time. So this is your part modeling workbench. So here you have a set of planes, XY plane, YZ plane, ZX plane. So whatever sketch you're doing, you will be coming back to this plane. So we have so many tools. Here also first thing you have to do is customize. Put everything back in its place. If anything is gone, bring it back. So this thing is called compass. Okay, this is there in sketch tools also. We can move the body here and there. So here we have sketch planes, different types of sketch planes, different types of pad commands. So all those things we have. Close this. So here we have different types of tools. Okay, sketch based features. Here we have again mirror command, symmetry, patterns, and scale option. So I think in the previous class I had explained to you, try to avoid using patterns, try to avoid using fillets and everything in the sketching plane. Do you remember?
Mm,
I told you not
yeah,
to
because
use.
it is easier to do in part. Okay.
It's easier to do the modification part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Easier to do the
Yeah.
modification. You can just fillets from here only. You can change it. So these are just the features. Here we have the fillet. So many different tools we have. These are the tools we have in part design. So using this we can create 3D models. Okay, and here we have the different views for it. So 4 different views we can make. Then here if you want see isometric view, you can just get it from here. See this is the isometric view. Directly we get from here. So these are things. I think it's better we start part modeling from tomorrow. At 8 o'clock, we have one brazing cycle today in office, so I'll be leaving early. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
yeah, we'll do
Do we have
this.
any homeworks?
Yeah, homeworks is first complete the DFMA. Keep doing your research. Okay, Do your research properly, study, go in depth. If you go in depth, you'll collect more information, so that will be in your head itself. Because what you have to do right now is, you always, like, you should impress the interviewer. It should be not like, oh, it's a fresher again, that kind of feeling. Because freshers, they are like, literally, they don't have much worldview, they don't have the experience, they don't know what they're going to do also. They just go there just to learn. So they'll be like, okay, I'm going, like, just like after plus one plus two, they go to engineering to learn. So that kind of mindset will be there. So what they are looking for is somebody who can come to the company and do some work for them. Okay, who can reduce
Mm-hmm.
the workload, like that. They think, the way they think is different. They want somebody to work for them, and the way freshers think is different. They just want to go there, learn, and jump from there. Okay, when that two mindset collides, na, so it's a problem. So what their requirement you should meet. So you should be like a person who knows all these concepts. So he'll be okay, even though this person is a fresher, he knows so many concepts. So when you're talking, right, that confidence should show. Okay, you know, see, right now, since we are discussing this in a couple of times, so you know what DFMA is, why it is used. So when you go there, when they ask, when it's a casual talk also, what happens is, if you put these thoughts forward, so they'll like, okay, this person knows these things. Okay, this person is helpful. So he knows DFMA. So what happens is, if I take him to the company, he'll give more suggestions, he'll give more ideas in which I can reduce the cost of production. So that kind of thought should be induced in those people. For doing that, you should know all the concepts. Okay, if you straight away just think, okay, I'll go there, I'll learn, then I'll jump to one more company, it's not going to work. Okay, right now, people are not, companies are not so what do you say, productive, that they'll just recruit people to teach them. It's not going to happen. They're trying to get the profit out of you. They want to, if they are paying you 20,000, they want to make at least 60,000. Okay, so they are looking
Mm-hmm.
for that. So you should be uh, at least visually, they should think, okay, this is like this. So you can go there and you can get to understand how the industry works. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think you guys have to learn SolidWorks also, because SolidWorks is one of the main softwares used everywhere. If you see, like, small scale industries, so all these small scale industries, they prefer SolidWorks, because one of the
Mm-hmm.
main reasons is because it's very least expensive amongst all the softwares, and it has a lot of functionalities. So if you want straight jobs, so you'll have to look for companies which are medium scale. So these medium scale companies, they don't use Catia, because Catia is one thing, the license is very expensive, and
Mm-hmm.
it's very what do you say, very expensive, and SolidWorks is very cheap. Okay,
Okay.
and they both are owned
Mm-hmm.
by the same company,
Yeah.
Dassault. Yeah, and
Yeah.
NX is also, like, right now, big companies. They are like, it's a competition for Catia and NX Cat. So Catia will come handy when you have some 2 to 3 years experience. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay
Okay.
then. Okay then. Let's wind up for today, and we'll start off with part modeling tomorrow. Okay, is that fine?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello then. Have a good day. I mean, good night. See you guys.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you.
Yeah, and try to complete those. Vignesh, you also start doing all those things. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sir. Yeah.
Okay then.
Is there any homework or something like I should work? Because as you sent me the videos, I'll just go through it.
Yeah, yeah, sure thing,
So
sure thing. That's why I didn't give any examples today. Na,
okay.
I give
Oh, yeah,
them
understood.
models to do.
Yeah.
So that's why I give some time. So you can just go through DFMA, FMEA, and GD&T, and
Okay, sir.
those videos. If you just go through, you'll get some more ideas. Okay.
Okay, sir.
If you have any
Yeah,
doubts, you
sure,
can
sir.
ask me tomorrow. Okay, and you
Yeah,
can take
definitely,
my
sir.
number also if you have
Yeah, sure,
anything.
sir. Yes, sir.
9663391510. So this is my number. Wait.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, this is my number. You can save it.
Okay.
You can send
Yes,
a
sir.
hi right now.
Sure, definitely, sir. Yes.
Okay then. Done.
Yeah, sure, sir. Yes, sir. Done. Yeah. Have a
Okay.
good day, sir.
Yeah. See ya. Bye.
Bye.